Hi guys, it's Omar Mukhtar here. I hope you're all okay. I'm back with a new vlog and I'll be filling you guys in on all the latest updates about my week at school. So, let's go. So, Monday was a relatively normal day. The only important thing that happened was that my RS teacher gave me and my classmate both a credit for the RS presentation that we did last week on Eid al-Fitr. So right now in total I have around 20 credits, and so I only need around 5 more until I can get a golden book. So that would be a total of 3 golden books this year, and if you're counting last year's one, then that would make 7. So yeah, so that was the main thing that happened on Monday. Now, Tuesday was actually the day of my class's drama performance about masculinity. And so that was where I did my one-man show, and I actually posted the one-man show before this video, so you might have seen that. So I was playing the role of a father of a 13-year-old who wants to try and help his son make friends at school but isn't very successful. So the aim of the whole show was to get the audience to think about masculinity and what it means to be a man today. So yeah, there were a few nerves backstage before the show started. We were all feeling a bit anxious, but I think once we did it, we forgot all of our nervous thoughts, and like in the end we were all very proud of ourselves and how we did, and actually we did much better than we expected. So we were all pleased with the outcome of the masculinity show. Now, before I get on to what we did on Wednesday, I must admit I'm feeling a bit peckish, so I'm gonna go and grab some sweets before we get to know more about Wednesday, so bear with me. So you may or may not know, but on Thursday it was the UK general election, and so our school we decided to have a mock general election in school. So that included that meant that a few boys from the senior years would each represent a political party, and we, the students, would have to vote for which party we wanted to win. So basically, like a real general election, except we were pretending, because we wanted to see what the students of KES thought about the general election. So if I remember correctly, then there were the parties involved were Labour. There was Conservative, Liberal Democrats, Green Party, Brexit Party, Scottish National Party, and Communist Party. Yeah. Um, so those were, I think, all of the parties that were being represented in the mock general election. But so in the weeks leading up to our mock election, there was a lot of campaigning by the students, because they wanted to promote their party and make sure that everybody thought that their party was the best party and the party to vote for. And it was we were doing it for fun, and it was quite fun, but there was also a sense of seriousness around it. Everybody was like taking this very seriously, like, oh, I need to vote for these people because, like, oh, I want to get Brexit done. And so it was really interesting to see the political opinions of all these different students. Now, Thursday was probably it was the most important day of the week for the students at KES, because it was a non-uniform day for us, and so we donated £1 each for every person in non-uniform to go towards the charities that we're supporting throughout the year. But that wasn't the main thing that was happening. It was also the day of our Christmas fair. So the Christmas fair is something that everybody in KES looks forward to. It's like one of the main events of the year. So everybody, not everybody, but most of the classes in school, they set up a stall in our assembly hall. We call it Big School. So and that happens at lunchtime. And so every stall is either selling something or like offering games to play, and all the proceeds that they make go towards the charities that we support. And it's unbelievable the amount of money that we make from this, because it's not just in the hundreds, it's in the thousands. So this year alone, on that one day, from both the non-uniform day and the Christmas fair, we managed to raise around £2,750. Yeah, a pretty big number. Like, it's nearly £3,000 that we managed to raise for our charities, and so I think that's just unbelievable, amazing that we can pull something like that off. But of course the Christmas fair is also about having fun with your friends, and that is definitely something that happened in this year's Christmas fair. Yeah, so that was basically what happened in the Christmas fair. I am looking forward to next year's one, and I'm pretty sure that it will be just as good as this year's, if not even better. So yeah, that was Thursday. So we've come to the end of the week, Friday. So I think the main thing that happened on Friday was our class's swimming competition. This Friday was actually the last Friday of um, of our of the year, of end of the term, because our last week will just be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday until lunchtime. So yeah, it's a pretty short week. But because it was the last Friday of the year that we were gonna have together, we wanted to go out with a bang, so to say. So in PE, our teachers decided to give us to hold a swimming competition, a Christmas swimming competition. So we were put into teams, and I'll be honest. In the beginning, none of us felt like we were going to get that far, but surprisingly, we actually came second or third. So that's a pretty big achievement for us. But yeah, it wasn't just all about the race, though. It was also about having fun with each other before the Christmas holidays, and so like the PE teachers thought that this was a good way to both challenge ourselves and to have fun with our friends. So yeah, that was a pretty fun thing that we did. And then after that, after lunch, we had our Friday afternoon activity. So last week I told you about our mindfulness session on Friday afternoon. This week we had something which was called World Cinema, and so what you do is you watch a movie that has originated from another part of the world. So in this session we were watching a movie called Tintin and the Secret of the Unicorn. Now, I love novels, and if you know me well, then you'll know that I don't like comics and graphic novels that much. But Tintin is one of those rare comics, that I really enjoy reading, because it's funny, it's intriguing, and it draws you in. And it's a blend of all the genres that I like, so comedy, mystery, crime, and like a detective theme. So yeah, that's something I like about Tintin. So Tintin actually originated not from France. It originated from Belgium, and originally all the comics were written in French, and normally the movie would have been in French too, but because we wanted to enjoy it fully, they wouldn't let us watch it in French, because we only understand like half of what they were saying. But yeah, normally if it's between a book and its movie, I would normally say that the book is better than the movie. But in this particular case, I think that the movie was just as good as the actual comic, and maybe that's because the comic is a graphic novel. It's a graphic novel, and so it's easier to transfer it to a movie. But there was something about the movie that was just as equally as exciting as the comic, and it was well put together and well constructed, and the story flowed really well. And so yeah, that's one of the best movies I've watched in a while, honestly speaking. I'm not exaggerating. So yeah, that might be something you might want to put on both your to read list and your to watch list. Tintin. Yeah, I really recommend that if you enjoy detective, like comedy detective stories. Yeah, so that's pretty much my week summed up. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed hearing all about my school life this week. If you want more of my school vlogs, then don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so you don't miss out on any of our new videos. And stay tuned for more of my vlogs about my school life. So now, if you'll excuse me, I'll get back to my reading. Oh, one last thing before I end the video. The book that I'm reading, this is actually a book that we are reading in our English class. It's called Pygmalion, and it's written by George Bernard Shaw. I'm not sure if you can see that well with the reflection, but yeah. So that's the book. So it's a play, and honestly, I think it's one of the most interesting books, one of the most interesting plays I've ever read and seen in a long time. It's honestly really intriguing, and the way that the writer, George Bernard Shaw, writes it is like, it's different from what you're normally used to, but it's actually quite interesting too. But I don't want to give too much away about the book. I myself haven't finished reading till the end yet, but I feel like I don't want to get to the end because it's such a good book. But yeah, once I get to the end, I will definitely write a book review about Pygmalion, what it's about, why I like it, and why it appeals to me specifically, and why it might appeal to you. So yeah, that will come soon. I'll be blogging about that soon, so keep your eyes peeled for my next blog post. So yeah, thank you again for watching, and goodbye.